Hello and welcome to the Corporate Development Academy, Codac. Here we talk about different issues spanning all spheres of life. I want to say thank you to all those who have taken out time to watch our first episode. Some of you sent in your comments and even your feedback. It means so much to me and my team. My name is Chibuzo Okechukwu. The world is ridden with hate, greed, poverty, corruption, neglect, theft, terrorism, deceit, and so much more. Is this truly the innate nature of man? Can we really say that by default, that is how we are made? I choose not to believe that. Today I'll be speaking about something very important and relevant to humanity. I've titled this, Compassion is Key. A man, Steve Maraboli, said, "A kind gesture can reach a wound that only compassion can heal." That is very, very key and worthy of note. But first, let's give compassion a meaning. Compassion is a verb. It's an action word, and it means a strong feeling of sympathy, sadness, and understanding for the pains of others. A strong desire to help someone in need. Compassion is kindness. It's kindliness, clemency, commiseration, tenderness, fellow feeling, pity. And I don't mean the pity where you just tell someone, "I pity you." No. Compassion means empathy. I don't know of any religion or school of thought that preaches wickedness. In fact, only about a month ago, the Christians went through a 40-day period of Lent in build-up to the Easter. And this was a time of kindness, forgiveness, acts of peace, filled with happiness, love, and so much more. And only recently, the Muslims commenced the holy month of Ramadan, a time where compassion is practiced deliberately and people with enough share with those who do not have. You know, this just tells me that when absolutely required, we are capable of being compassionate and showing empathy. Here's the thing. Compassion should not only be an occasional practice. It should be a lifestyle, and it should be in our nature. The desire to see others happy, healthy, successful, and generally doing well should come to us naturally. You know, this is just my take. So I've decided to have a few friends tell us what compassion means to them. Let's hear what they had to say.
So having compassion for someone really, for me, is feeling what that person is feeling, putting myself in the person's shoes, and trying to respond based on what I feel the person is feeling.
It's the feeling of putting yourself in someone else's shoes to know where it pinches the most and where it hurts. And not just knowing how it feels, but talking to them and helping them to make things better.
Compassion for me is a combination of sympathy and empathy. Sympathy is when you feel what someone is feeling or when you see what someone is feeling. But empathy is being able to put yourself in the shoes of that person. So when you bring compassion, empathy and sympathy together, that's compassion for me. Thank you.
Compassion to me isn't just about being friendly or religious. For me, it's about being loving, being kind, and showing care to the people around us, even at their worst. It's as little as helping an old woman carry her groceries, saying hello and being kind to the people who sell on traffic, just asking them, how are you and how has your day been?
The definition of compassion for me is putting yourself in the emotions to feel the pains of another. For example, you see a hungry child, you understand what the child is going through, the emotions of hunger, and you put yourself through that, and that moves you into action. Thank you.
Compassion is something that every person, especially if you choose to be a leader in society, you have to be selfless. You have to think about the well-being of other people, considering them Are they okay? Are they going to be all right? If I make this decision, is it going to affect them negatively or positively? So it's important that we have compassion on other people.
From everything that we've heard, we can agree that compassion truly is key. And even the times that we're in now, it's needed more than ever. There are countless people in Nigeria and all over the world that have nothing to eat. People are hungry. They have nothing to do. A lot of them have lost their jobs recently and their source of livelihood. There is no better time to show compassion than now. Elizabeth Lesser said, "Look for a way to lift someone up. And if that's all that you do, it's enough." In the face of the COVID-19 pandemic, compassion can be a lifesaver. Extend a helping hand to those around you. And guess what? It doesn't have to be giving or money. It can be a simple phone call or a text message. Ask someone how they're doing. Check on people around you. Yes, it's good and we must practice social distancing, but that does not stop us from making sure that the next person at least has something. Instead of putting others in their place, put yourself in their place and feel what they feel. Compassion means you consider the next random person as important as yourself, and you're willing to share what you have with them. You know, you don't only share when you have enough. Share simply because you want the other person to have something at all. My friends, for once, let us focus on giving and not on receiving. And this also goes to those who think they have nothing. Everyone, I mean everybody, has something to give. And like I said, it doesn't have to be money. In the times that we're in, helping people, even in your street, just to wash their hands, it will go a long way. Get a bucket, soap, running water. That could be your own simple and little act of compassion. By showing compassion to someone, and I mean today, not tomorrow, you may just be saving a life from destruction, depression, anxiety, suicide. Our assignment in life is not to live for ourselves and our immediate families only. Someone's life is on the line, and your singular act of compassion may be all that they need to keep going. You know, as I conclude, I would like to launch a very simple but deep-rooted task, and it starts with you that is watching me right now. So here's the thing. Each day, find a way to deliberately and actively show compassion to at least 2 people and ask only one thing from them in return: that they pay it forward. Some of you can do more than 2. Some of you might only be able to do just 1, but that's okay. The aim of this is for us to be driven by compassion and make the world a better place, one person at a time. If we have no peace, it's because we've forgotten that we belong to each other. That was by Mother Teresa. And compassion is looking beyond your own pain to see the pains of others. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, let me end with something that I hear all the time from many, many great people. No one has ever become poor by giving. If each one helps one, together we can help one another. Thank you for watching. Please remember, like our page. Invite your friends to do the same. Let's keep this conversation going. Your comments are very important. So leave us an email. Send us a message. This is Codac.